Hello, and welcome to English Storyverse. Do you want to dramatically improve your English vocabulary and comprehension, but tired of boring textbooks? Imagine learning alongside one of wrestling's most iconic figures. We're diving into The Undertaker's challenging early days, revealing the surprising struggles that shaped him, and how understanding his journey can effortlessly boost your language skills. Watch the full story, and then stay for the special language lesson at the end, where we will learn some fantastic new vocabulary together. Let's begin.
A deep, heavy gong echoes through a huge arena. The sound is dark, slow, and powerful. Millions of fans know this sound well. It means only one thing: The Undertaker is coming. But before the black coat, the cold eyes, and the scary entrance music, he was just a man. This is the story of how a young man with a simple dream became one of the most famous wrestlers in history. Our story does not begin in a wrestling ring. It begins on the basketball courts of Houston, Texas. Mark Calaway, born in 1965, was tall even as a child. He was a strong and talented athlete. In high school, he became a star basketball player. His skills won him a college scholarship, and he hoped to one day play professional basketball, maybe even in Europe. As a boy, Mark enjoyed watching wrestling, but it did not feel like his future. His life was about training, studying sport management, and working hard. He came from a humble family with 5 brothers. Life was simple, and dreams needed effort. Wrestling felt far away, like something from another world. But fate had a different plan for him. Mark had quiet strength, great discipline, and a strong spirit. These qualities would later help him in ways he could not yet imagine. The seeds of a legend were already inside him. They were waiting for the right moment to grow. Mark's first steps into wrestling were difficult. He left university to follow a sports career, but the basketball dream slowly faded. A new, harder path opened in front of him: professional wrestling. In 1987, he entered the tough world of the independent wrestling circuit. There were no big lights or huge stadiums. Instead, there were long drives across Texas, small crowds, and simple gyms. But Mark was ready to learn. His first match was in world-class championship wrestling, where he wore a mask and was called Texas Red. He lost that match. It was a painful start, but it was also the beginning of something important. Over the next few years, Mark searched for the right identity. He tried many characters. In the Continental Wrestling Association, he became the Master of Pain, a man who had been in prison. Later, he became the Punisher. He worked hard to find a style that fans would care about. Traveling was tiring. The matches were rough, but Mark kept learning. He developed a special style for a big man, powerful but also surprisingly quick. He was growing, improving, changing. Yet the character that would change his life had not appeared. In 1989, Mark got his first big opportunity. He signed with World Championship Wrestling, WCW. There he became Mean Mark Callis, a dark character who loved snakes and heavy metal music. He joined a tag team called the Skyscrapers, and for the first time, he stood on a bigger stage. But something was missing. Mark felt the company did not see his full potential. One day, a WCW booker told him something harsh. "No one will ever pay to watch you wrestle." These words hurt him, but they also pushed him forward. Mark knew he could be more. He needed a new chance, a larger world where he could truly shine. He set his eyes on the top wrestling company, the WWF. His life changed with one simple phone call. After leaving WCW, Mark stayed at home, unsure about what would happen next. He tried to meet Vince McMahon, the powerful owner of the WWF, but it was difficult. Then the phone rang. Mark answered. A deep voice spoke. Is this the Undertaker? Mark was confused at first, but soon he understood Vince McMahon already had a vision for him, a new character, something unique. Mark flew to Connecticut to meet him. McMahon showed him drawings and ideas for a dark, slow, unstoppable figure inspired by old Western Undertakers. This character would be mysterious, quiet, and frightening. Mark accepted immediately. This was the moment his life changed forever. The transformation into the Undertaker was detailed and careful. A long black coat, a wide hat, gray gloves and boots, a slow walk to a funeral-style theme song that made arenas fall silent. Another important part was the manager. At first, he worked with Brother Love. But soon, a new manager appeared, Paul Bearer, played by William Moody, a real funeral director. Paul Bearer had a pale face, a high, ghostly voice, and a golden urn said to hold the Undertaker's power. Together, they created magic. Paul talked. The Undertaker stayed silent. The result was unforgettable. On November 22, 1990, The Undertaker made his debut at Survivor Series. Fans watched in shock and fear. Children hid behind their parents. The wrestling world had never seen a character like him. The man once told he would never succeed had become the center of attention. The Undertaker became dominant right away. He moved slowly but powerfully, and he seemed to feel no pain. His presence was different from every other wrestler. He made his first WrestleMania appearance by defeating the famous Jimmy, Superfly, Snuka. This was the start of the streak, an incredible record of 21 straight victories at WrestleMania. Paul Bearer and The Undertaker continued their dark storytelling in a show called The Funeral Parlor. One famous moment was when they trapped the Ultimate Warrior inside a casket. Fans talked about it for years. Only a year after his debut, The Undertaker defeated Hulk Hogan at Survivor Series 1991 to win his first WWF championship. Hogan was the biggest star in wrestling, and this win proved that The Undertaker was not just a character. He was a true main event superstar. Mark Calaway's journey is a story of strength, patience, and courage. He did not become a legend in one day. It took years of struggle, long nights, and constant learning. Every failed character taught him something. Every small-town match made him better. Every doubt pushed him harder. Mark lived his character with passion. For many years, he almost never appeared in public without his Undertaker persona. This helped protect the mystery that fans loved so much. The rookie from Texas became one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. His story shows us an important truth. Your beginnings do not decide your future. With hard work, flexibility, and the bravery to keep going, anyone can rise to greatness. Sometimes, the darkest characters create the brightest legacies.
Wow, what an incredible story of transformation. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, as promised, it's time for our language focus. Let's look at some of the key words and phrases from the story. 1. Humble. Definition: not proud, not thinking you are better than other people. Caption from the story: he came from a humble family with 5 brothers. This means his family was simple and not wealthy or arrogant. 2. Fate. Definition: a power that is believed to control what happens in your life. Caption from the story: but fate had a different plan for him. This means that destiny had something else planned for his future, not basketball. 3. Potential. Definition: the ability to develop, achieve, or succeed. Caption from the story: Mark felt the company did not see his full potential. This means the company didn't recognize how successful he could become. 4. Dominant. More important, strong, or noticeable than anything else of the same type. Caption from the story: The Undertaker became dominant right away. This means he was immediately one of the most powerful and successful wrestlers. And the last is an idiom phrase. 5. Pushed him forward. This phrase means to motivate someone to work harder and continue even when things are difficult. Caption from the story: These words hurt him, but they also pushed him forward. This means the negative comment gave him the motivation to prove that person wrong. I hope you found those words useful. For today's question, let me know in the comments below. Who was your first wrestler when you started watching wrestling? Or who is your favorite character? If you enjoyed this story and want to keep improving your English, please like this video, subscribe to English Storyverse, and turn on notifications for more stories that will help you learn English better. See you next time!